Well, hello, friends, and welcome back to another Zany and Cookie Monday night here at Heroes and Hooligans, where we are getting delirious. In Delirium, our Grim Hollow campaign. Who wants to recap for last week? So everybody can know what kind of shenanigans you got into. No, don't everybody jump at once.
All right, I guess I'll go 2 weeks in a row. Why not?
Oh well, I can take it. I forgot you did it last week.
Do like a round robin thing, just shout it out.
Yeah, let's just chat, gang.
Let's just rap, guys.
Yeah. So last week, oh well, if we're gonna rap, I gotta spin the chair around and sit backwards 1 second.
There we go.
So last week, we had just finished fighting this weird ass dude called the Bone Trader. I guess his name's Fibberkrook, and thanks to our great Lord and Savior, Arthur Keats.
Bless. We found out, we did a little interrogation on the Bone Trader and found out that he had a cohort of bone friends and bone acquaintances that he did business with, like the Marrow Maven, refined bone trader specializing in the art of extracting marrow. The Skeletal Smith, a crafty bone trader who transforms bones into intricate sculptures. Grimgrind, a mysterious trader who's rumored to have connections to the underworld, deals in rare and exotic bones of unknown origins. The Bone Thief, I just wrote here, the name says it all. And then we learned about bone rituals, not to be confused with bone curses. Bone rituals involve dark fae. And what else did I write here? Dark fae that summon spirits and grant dark powers. They are dangerous, whereas bone curses involved cursed artifacts, and they are bound to vengeful bone spirits.
And gang, the only way to really fight a bone trader. No. But yeah, we wrapped with, I think after we found out all this information from the Bone Trader, we called in the troops, called in the Grey Wardens, had them escort these villagers that we discovered hidden away, and some children. We gave everybody a good dose of bone healing juice. Thanks to Arthur's chemical prowess.
That's right. We legally need to word this very carefully. We regrew bones that the children had lost due to the Bone Trader. We found the formula to make a potion to undo his bone stealing spell and administered it as necessary.
Yep. And now we are on, I believe, horseback. After having returned to the city, wrapped things up there, and are heading out to Lysek. First, we will be passing by the Grey Warden base at what was it again?
Drakenheim.
Drakenheim. Thank you. We'll be passing by Drakenheim on our way over to Lysek overland.
Now, I know, and I know that you know that I know, and everyone in this on the screen right now knows, but just in case some listeners might be foggy on it, why exactly are we going to Lysek?
We have a second mission, right? Definitely. But no, the reason we're going to Lysek is because Daruk's kid went missing there, and he begged the captain to let him take you guys to look for her.
Sounds good to me. Which it already sounded good because I knew, but now it sounds good to everyone at home.
Now we're all on the same level playing field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're still confused, why are you here? Go watch episodes 1 through 11 of season 2 of Delirium.
We'll give you 10 minutes, and you can come right back, and you'll be really of.
I promise we'll be here waiting in the VOD. Now everybody wait.
We do go to cold, dark rooms in between recordings.
Oh my God.
Oh, you guys
have
a room?
The reason
I just disappear into the void.
Only lets me out when I need to be on camera.
So, all right, you're traveling on horseback out of the city you were in. You were in someplace who I definitely know the name of. Stellenwald. You were in Stellenwald, so you're heading out of there back by your Grey Warden base to grab some, mundane supplies and things of the sort before heading fully on to Lysac. You know it's going to take you a couple days to travel. Your horseback's going to make it faster. But if you want to push it, we can make some rolls to see just how quickly you can make it there without horses.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's push the horses.
They just got done with their long rest after being pushed the first time.
Yeah.
Can I actually make a roll to see how far we can push the horses without wearing them out? Like, just riding that edge of any further is too much.
Yeah, animal handling should suffice.
Cool. I don't know if I have this anymore. Here's hoping, gang.
Probably not a druid anymore.
I think I tried to keep most of the same skills just because the things Daruk knew didn't make sense to change for me.
Right.
I do still have animal handling. Nice.
What do you have in it, though? That is the question.
I have a +7 with a 9 on the D20 for
Jesus Christ.
And we'll guide it as well. 17.
All right, so you figure you could probably push them double time and making a 3-day trip, about a day and a half. You would have to stop and get them water and things, but one night, about a day and a half worth of travel rather than the full 3. You could do that.
Okay, yeah. Well, I get there as quick as we can then, yeah. Just camp one night on our way to Dreckenheim.
You are the animal expert. I trust you. If the animals complain, I direct them to you. This is your domain.
All right. Yeah, that's what we'll do.
All right, so you get on your horses in the morning after saddling them up, giving them a look over, seeing kind of how they're faring from the last trip where you pushed them hard to get here as well. And you figure out you could ride a majority of the day, stop for the night, get them some rest, and then ride on the rest of the day tomorrow and make it. So you do. You get on and you head out. You head out through the woods. It's a route you recognize. You came this way previously. You're on the road for a little bit before you get off on like a side path that you had taken that helps shorten the length of your travel. And you ride along. It's pretty uneventful. You're in the mountains. It's kind of cold, but you're geared for that. Your horses are, they're very stocky. They're fully furred, so they're doing just fine in the cold as well. Some of them seem to rather actually enjoy being pushed, like it gives them a sense of work or purpose, And you ride for the first day until it starts to get dark, and you stop and you find a place to camp. Who's going to look for the best place?
I can look.
Okay. I'll go ahead and guide you, Arthur.
Alrighty. What is that, survival?
Yeah.
It's a 15. Oh, wait. Let me roll guidance. 17 after guidance.
All right. So you find a spot off in a copse of trees. It's not very big, but it's fairly flat and covered by the trees above. You figure you could probably pop up one tent or, just put your bedrolls out and have a small fire.
That sounds good to me.
Are we in the mountains at this point still?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, just checking. I think fire's not a horrible idea.
I see no reason not to. Also, sorry, point of order. Did we drop off these flat kids?
We dropped it. Yeah, the kids are taken care of and everything.
Okay, just us.
Yeah, you did all of that already. All of that was taken care of the day before when you got back into town. You had the night to rest and so on. So,
okay.
All right. So, I assume somebody has the flint and steel needed to start a fire, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I have
I've still got druid craft. I can light a small fire.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So you do. And you're casting your druid craft, right?
Yes.
And that also gives you like insight into the weather and so on, right?
Yeah, I can create a tiny harmless sensory effect that tells me what the weather will be like here for 24 hours. Make flowers blossom, seed pods open, leaves bloom, like 5-foot nature senses, and light fires, torches, and candles.
Okay. So I'll say that when you go and you light your fire, that you kind of get a sense of the weather, and you kind of realize it's good that you pulled off when you did, because it feels like you could feel the temperature drop as you were riding, and it feels like it's probably going to snow a little bit this evening. Maybe not too bad, but there will be some snow and some cloud cover, so it'll be a fairly cold evening.
All right. There's not much space. We're in like little copse of trees. Yeah, you said.
Yeah, it's
Not
not
much
it's
space
not
for us all-
huge.
Not much space for us all to be intense, but maybe we could jury rig something. Put the tents. Try to rig the tents together to keep the wind and snow out.
As long as I could stay relatively dry, I'm don't really need a spot in the tent. I might borrow an extra blanket just so I don't get wet and swell. But
And do we all? Does everybody else have a tent too? I know I have one.
We should have been given one if we didn't.
I think
would
it's all part of your like basic gear.
yeah, the Grey Warden's starter kit.
Yeah, it should have like a tent, a bedroll if you didn't have one, a canteen. It had rations.
A
You know,
Fallout
basic.
style manual about fighting demons.
Yeah. Yes, exactly that. Right.
Don't go around punching them.
I think we're set.
Okay. You're in a place where nature is going to do what nature does, and there are some dangerous beasts that lurk about in the mountains, whether it be bears or, things of the like. Who's going to take first watch?
I'll do it.
Okay,
Since I
so
don't
Celine
sleep.
will take first. Yeah, because your horses look like pretty tasty meals to things that dwell in the mountains, carnivorous of sorts.
You're taking first watch, Celine.
Yes.
Oh wait, never mind. I don't have that anymore. I was gonna go ahead and give you Hunter's Sense, but I don't have that cantrip no more.
I can guide you, or sorry, I can join you, Celine.
Yeah, that's of the two people who don't sleep doing
Yeah,
it
I
first.
feel like we're just kind of permanent watch duty, which is fine with me. I think Arthur gets weird at night and prays and goes through his book and tries to learn from the pages he can't read yet.
Yeah, I'll take first watch with Celine while you do your prayers, and then you can swap on maybe when you're done.
Okay.
He sits in the corner talking about something called an iPhone. Whatever the hell that is.
Why would they make an app so popular just to ban it? I don't understand.
The bird's flat.
The hell is it up?
But yeah. So I will take first watch with Celine.
Okay.
How are the arms?
Better. I wouldn't say new, but it feels stronger.
Listen, Celine. I know you're not here willingly, per se. And you don't seem like one to think of others before your own urges.
You're not wrong.
If you're going to continue traveling with us, that needs to stop. You're with a group. We got very lucky that your wandering off didn't kill us all in those caves.
Yeah, well, if I hadn't, you would have sat there for about 50 odd minutes and just deliberated on something instead of just doing the obvious.
Perhaps if you see an obvious answer, you could share it with the group instead of making a decision and acting on your own.
And may our footsteps ever be watched over by Morael, bless us and keep us in our hours of need. I'm just standing directly outside of Loki's tent.
Arthur, please. I was gonna make the same joke. That's like, Arthur, let me go to sleep. I'm the only one who needs it. Please.
Do you want to sleep or do you want to sleep well? Just, I need 15 minutes.
Well, I'd like to sleep at all, if possible.
All right. You win. He takes 2 steps back and just continues.
Turn
slightly
it
quieter.
another 2 steps, please. Just turn it down to like a 4.
Help me help you, Loki.
I just gave you instructions. I don't know what else I can do.
Yeah, fine. I'll retreat to a safer distance and pray under my breath.
If at least, Celine, you could... You seem to have some care for Fiora. At least she has some for you. If you could speak to her before you act. It's a small thing, I ask.
Yeah, I'll try. But don't expect me to just talk to everyone.
I don't expect you to talk to everyone. Just
Especially him. He mutters weird things in his sleep.
Who, Loki?
I spent
I didn't know he
the
sleep talked.
entire time watching him after his drug trial. He talks in
Oh,
his
he was
sleep about
tripping
weird stuff.
balls. He was tripping balls. Everyone talks weird shit, says weird shit.
I
about
have done
tripping balls.
multiple drugs. I have seen people do it. I have never seen them talk in their sleep about what the hell. I don't even want to repeat what I heard.
Why don't you give me perception?
Yeah, sure.
I was about to say, you're probably better at it.
Mid prayer, I go,
I only,
guys.
I only have a +4. I only have a +4. Oh, with a guidance? Nice. Oh, that's cool. It's a 17 plus guidance. Where's the D4? There's a D4. 20.
All right. While you're talking to Celine, you hear some rustling through the snow off in the distance. The snows began to gently fall. The wind is blowing lightly. You know, your flames of your fire are flickering. It's fairly quiet. You know, you hear the wind howling, but you just hear some gentle rustling through the snow behind you.
Almost like just hearing the snow compact underneath for a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like it's in the distance. It's not like super close, but you just hear something in the snow.
Do you hear that?
Hear whatever you're
There's
hearing or him mumbling under his breath?
There's something. Arthur. Arthur.
What?
Shut up for a second.
There's something moving through the snow.
This is my.
Can I get like a direction?
Northwest.
Like up towards the path from us, or
Kind of like
I guess there's not really
in
a
the
path if we're riding over a mountain.
Yeah, it's like coming from the mountains northwest behind you.
Yeah, I'll peek out of our little encopsment here as quietly as I can. See if I see anything.
Okay. Since you're more focusing on looking for something, give me investigation.
Okay. I guess I'll light my torch on the fire because I don't think I have dark vision. Yeah, I'll light my torch on the fire.
Okay.
Oh, that was so close. That's a 9.
Yeah, so you don't seem to see anything. Maybe it's just the hollows of the mountain playing tricks on your ears as you're kind of used to being in danger all the time.
Yeah, makes sense. I must have just a drift must have blown over. I say as I step back into the encampment.
I'll trust Aruk and go back to my prayer. Now walking between all the tents, and I pull my sleeve up and kind of see a chunk of the arm has been filed away, and Arthur's just shaving little shavings of himself and sprinkling it around everybody's tents.
Creepy.
Thoughtful, I think is what the word you're looking for.
No, it's creepy, and this
Gracious,
is coming from a
if you
dead
would.
person.
I mean, maybe it's just like his version of dandruff.
If any of you would ever go to church like he asks, you would find out, maybe.
I've
Church
offered
of
to come to your
Presbyterian Church
services.
That's
We
true.
burst into flames.
We're having church tomorrow, kids. Then, if nothing else comes of it, then I guess I'll just get back into it.
All right, yeah. After Arthur's done with his prayer, I'll go to sleep.
And I'll just sit there sharpening my axe the entire night.
You can over sharpen a blade, right?
Yes, I know.
Not in D&D.
There's a reason Celine fights with her fists. It's because her blade
Yes.
is constantly over sharpened.
It's paper thin.
So Daruk has gone to sleep. Celine is still up. Loki's still sleeping. And Arthur, you're kind of on watch now, right?
Sure, yep.
All right. What's your passive?
Passive is 15.
14.
Okay.
We are so perceptive.
Yeah. So you hear something in the trees behind you.
Like a rustling.
Like a rustling and a small giggle.
Okay. I
It's
will.
Lorax.
Yeah, right. I don't know if I'm waking everyone up for this yet, because if it's just some kids screwing around. Can I make an investigation or perception check?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever he's doing, I'll just help him.
Yeah,
Suppose.
I guess I'll investigate. So I'm gonna just go to the source of the noise and try and see what the hell. Gonna guide myself. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not. That's a dirty 20.
Okay. Do you have above VTT open?
I do.
Fuck.
Oh, God.
I
Do you
can't.
ask?
I didn't know we needed it tonight.
These cute little white fur covered critters in the tree behind you. And they kind of
Oh.
look down at you with blinking eyes.
You mean the giant one in the distance? Or
Hang on. I don't see anything yet because mine's still loading.
Do they seem dangerous?
They don't really. They kind of look at you with the curiosity of children. If they
Nothing more
wanted
dangerous
to
than a
have,
curious child.
if they wanted to have attacked you when you weren't paying attention, they could have, but they didn't. They kind of hung back and watched you from the snow-covered trees.
Okay. Arthur will. Ah, God, I don't know. I'm gonna just say, do you speak?
I don't think they actually do. They don't, but they kind of chitter a little bit.
Do we have rations enough that I wouldn't mind tossing them some?
Yeah,
Silly.
you could.
Pretty sure.
Sully, get your jerky bag.
You want me to give them my jerky?
Or get a jerky bag. It doesn't have to be yours.
I'm gonna head over to Loki's tent.
Of course you fucking are.
He'll just steal more. It's fine.
Exactly, he's a criminal.
I'm asleep. I can't defend myself.
Who knows how he got that jerky?
Even if he weren't asleep, I don't think you could defend yourself against me. Yeah, head over to his tent.
Yeah, I guess once Celine gets the food, I will. I'm gonna grab a piece and rip it up and just kind of toss it at the base of the tree that they're in.
Yeah, give me an animal handling just to see if they feel intimidated. Loki, do you have 3 Z's really on your token right now?
I did put those on for a special touch.
Do I even want to know how? Actually, I want to know how you did that so I can add my own stuff.
Oh, actually, why is my animal handling so good? That's 9 plus 5 for a 14.
Okay.
Because animal handling is wisdom based.
The one closest to you kind of climbs down the tree, and you realize this creature's only around 3-ish foot tall, so as big as you. And it picks up the jerky, and it kind of sniffs it a little and takes a bite of it. And then it looks at you again and realizes it's the same size as you, and it kind of stands up on its 2 legs and holds the little piece of jerky it has left in its hand and makes itself bigger to make itself look bigger, to try to intimidate you some.
Yeah, I mean, Arthur's maybe not the most well-adjusted, but he's not going to dick measure with a Yeti puppy or whatever this thing is. Yeah, Arthur's just going to toss it a little more jerky. Well, yeah. Arthur's going to toss a little more jerky and back away and hope that Celine doesn't crush this thing like a grape.
So the other one will kind of come down and pick up the other piece of jerky.
Oh, you win. You scared me off. You got me.
And it takes a bite, and they both kind of look at you and kind of make themselves look big. It's kind of like Planet of the Apes.
Panda. See those videos of the red panda where it's going like this and it's adorable, but it's trying to look scary.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I was thinking more like Planet of the Apes. When they sort of stand up on their back feet to make themselves look strong. Yeah. That's kind of the same stance that they're taking. Kind of the same noises that they're making too. I guess it's not really chittering, but more like.
Could I do? While they're eating, can I do a nature check or something to see if I know what these are and if there's anything I should be immediately worried about?
You can. Go right ahead.
So 17 on the die. Am I rolling nature?
Uh-huh.
It's a 19 then.
Yeah, I'll say for a 19 you can know some things about this. You realize that this is a Yeti tyke. They are volatile and mean like their parents. Their fearsomeness only diminished by their size. They stand about 3 foot tall on average and likely to bully creatures of their height or smaller, but they are easily intimidated by bigger and stronger creatures. So maybe Celine being there is the reason why they are kind of still a little standoffish, but also mildly aggressive looking.
That and if they were watching us before, Daruk's slightly taller than me, I believe.
Oh god!
Yeah, but Daruk is sleeping.
Well, yeah, I know, but that's why they didn't attack when there was 2 giant people.
So if this thing was bigger, it would probably be picking its teeth with me.
Probably.
Okay.
It would try.
Yeah. Celine, should we wake the others up?
Historical documents.
See what I mean?
He's talking about crime over there. But
he's a criminal.
City planning.
Wait, no, I'm pretty sure he's just talking about
music notes.
All right. What do you think? Do you think this is an issue? Do you think there are others around? do you think we should let them sleep? I've never seen these before, but I've seen pictures and I relay everything I know about them.
Edie, there's nothing in your room. Go back to bed.
Go wake up the smaller one.
All right. Yeah, I will. I'll rustle Loki's tent.
What?
Loki, it's the police. It's the police. No, I'm just kidding. But there's something out here.
We are the police. We're like half police. We're like the special crime units team.
Well, come look at this.
Emphasis on crime.
Hold on. And Loki, like, you hear shuffling as it's like putting on his clothes and whatnot, and he comes out with like a torch ready to be lit in his crossbow, and he's like, "What is it?
Does Loki wear an Ebenezer Scrooge sleeping cap?
If you had peeked inside, you might have learned that information.
Oh,
but
God damn it! All right. Yeah. Have you ever heard of it? Have you ever heard of a Yeti or a Yeti?
You mean a baby Yeti?
Yeah, I guess. I think that's derogatory. I don't know if you can say that.
What do you mean? It's a state of its age.
Go ask them. I don't know. Come look.
What do you mean? Go ask them.
I point to the 2 Yeti tykes at the perimeter of the camp.
Oh, how long have they been here?
The entire time.
What have you been shooting the wind with them? What's going on?
We fed them some of Celine's beef jerky.
What do you want me to do?
I don't know.
You're the brains of this group. What do we do with them?
Should we be worried?
We definitely don't touch them. If there's children, there's definitely a parent somewhere. And the last thing we need to deal with is an adult Yeti.
That's a good point. That's a really wait. Hold that thought. And I'm going to go wake up to Rookie. And I'll get Fiora and Scrimmy and everybody. I'll get the whole gang up. This time instead of shaking tense, I am peeking in, looking specifically for Ebenezer Scrooge style sleeping caps.
You see over his armor, Daruk puts on not one of the caps, but a nightshirt.
Oh, over the armor, seals in the flavor.
Over the armor.
Oh.
It is periwinkle blue.
Nice. Absolutely.
This is not the role play I was expecting out of today's episode.
We're learning a lot about each other.
But yeah, I'll get everyone up and I don't know, direct them to the baby Yetis. Loki said that there's probably a parent around. Maybe should we lead them away? Does anyone know a loud, bright spell or anything?
If we frighten them, we're definitely going to attract a parent.
I'm going to start ritual casting Speak with Animals.
That will do.
What does the fine print of Speak with Animals say? What's the minimal intelligence modifier that it says?
Do they count as
the knowledge and awareness of them is limited by their intelligence, but at minimum, they can give me information about nearby locations and monsters, including what they can perceive or have perceived in the past day. You may be able to persuade it to perform a small favor for you at GM's discretion.
Okay.
I mean, they're assuming they follow the linguistic span of one of their closest species, which is humans. There's a chance that gestures would be the best way to communicate with a child Yeti.
I'm going to flip it off.
They might not have a meaning for that, so they might just think you're attracting its attention.
Does anyone have a board with the buttons that you get your dog to step on?
They don't have a.
I have no clue what you're speaking about.
You don't know what a dog is?
No,
I'm
the
talking
board
about the board with buttons part.
All right.
I'd also, can I see what I know about Yeti tykes, like baby Yetis?
Sure.
Is that knowledge, nature, same as Arthur?
Yeah.
Guidance.
You keep putting guidance on everything. The DCs are just going to go up by 2.5. It's
good. Grim Hollow.
That's okay, because we only roll 4s on our guidances. With a natural 19 and a 4, that's a 24. I think I had
23.
one to nature. 20. I think I had one to nature checks, which is why I think it's 24.
Okay.
Start casting Bane, balance it out.
24.
Yeah, so you know all of the same things that Arthur knows.
Mhm.
But you also remember hearing a story somewhere in your travels along that a cowed Yeti tyke could be controlled, at least for a while. But raising one to be anything other than a savage flesh-eating predator is incredibly difficult, though not entirely impossible.
Well,
You're
I
telling me
can't
that
summon
thing will rip
dangerous.
things to pieces.
I can't summon dangerous pet monsters anymore. So why not bring one with me? I would
Yeah,
love to
why not
walk up
own
to
them?
the Yeti tyke when I'm done and be learning how to talk to Yeti tykes.
I want one.
Only you guys would
so
look at like a dangerous predator and say, "Yes, I want this as a pet today."
I don't know who you guys
sorry.
is. I don't know who.
Yeah,
this guy.
this is
See
going to be
this
chasing me around the camp like daily.
Also, it would give me something to wrestle with. Of course I want it.
Yeah, it's got like 6 months before it can kick the shit out of me, so just bear that in mind.
To be fair, I could do it now.
Probably.
You're not
no,
exactly
yeah,
like made of steel.
Made
I
of
wanna,
very
like,
hard wood.
Once I
Made of
finish
piercing
casting
with steel.
Speak with Animals, I want to walk up to these Yeti tykes.
Okay.
Hello?
And so they don't really have a language. They more speak in like, well, like what it sounds to everybody else is, like a series of grunts and primate style noises. But when you talk to them, Daruk, you can make out like the general feeling or meaning behind the words. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like you can put
Uh,
some sense to the combination of the grunts and noises that they make.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to communicate to them like, where do they rest?
I'm just going to continue throwing jerky at them. See if
When
that
you
helps.
ask where they rest, they kind of make indication of a cave in the mountains.
Did you mean to leave?
You kind of make out the word or the sense of play, like they want to play.
Oh, okay. I think I'm just gonna start trying to play with them. I'm gonna start play wrestling the Yeti tykes.
I want one.
Yeah, and you're much bigger than them, so they're kind of
I'm kind of jungle gymming for them.
yeah, they're a little intimidated by you at first, so they didn't like approach because you are bigger than them. But when you like offer to wrestle and such, they wrestle with you. And they do like kind of giggling noises, but not like a children's giggling, but like animal style, how an animal would laugh, like excited, hooping and hollering noises,
Yeah. Would I know if they're like nocturnal, diurnal, if they have a split sleep schedule, what the deal is there?
I don't even know if I know that, so that's a big question.
All right. I am going
Pick
to
something.
presume that they are diurnal or on a sleep or nocturnal or on a split sleep schedule since it is nighttime when they're out here playing.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, I think Daruk forgoes his short rest for the night and plays with these little Yetis instead until the sun
Not doing
begins to
that.
rise. You're welcome to. If the Yetis like you enough.
I get to wrestle a Yeti.
Yeah, I try to introduce Celine to the Yeti tykes as a friend.
Yeah, Celine, go ahead and roll me an animal handling.
Can I give
Oh,
advantage from the help?
Yeah, that's fine, I guess.
I'll also guide Celine.
Sweet. I'm just gonna. I might need it.
I heard Celine and wisdom-based check and panicked.
To be fair, it's not that bad. What do I get for the guidance?
D4. Do you just want me to roll it?
Yeah, I prefer you to roll. You haven't looked tonight.
You got 2.
Okay, that's a 10.
Well, 10's enough for you to not appear hostile, at least.
I just keep giving them some of my jerky throughout the night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so you
how
just
long
want to
does it
wrestle
look?
around with them.
How long does it take Loki to realize that his jerky's missing?
He already noticed when he went through his bag to get his equipment. He
Gotcha.
already knows. He's very good at keeping track of his things.
Yeah.
But you know what? At the
Yeah,
very
no one's more suspicious about being stolen from than a thief.
Exactly.
my job requires organization. I just
Your job
happened
is a
to use
thief?
I happened to use illegal means a couple of times and got caught one of those times. But
Criminal.
okay, that enough of that. That aside, I'm
We are
not
not
going to
dropping
stay
this.
out. I'm not going to stay out and play. But I will be nice enough since you guys are distracting them, so I can go back to sleep. I'll take some of my rope and I'll throw some up over a few branches and make a rope swing for them to play on while I go
Nice.
before I go back to bed.
I'll
Okay.
also throw an alarm up on our area so that we know if something comes close. I'll spend one of my spell slots for that.
Okay.
So, if something else comes within 20, if something crosses within 20 feet of us, coming from the direction that I like, that northwest direction where I thought I heard them earlier,
Mm-hmm.
they will set off a mental alarm in my head
Okay.
that will awaken me if sleeping or just alert me if they approach.
Yeah, so you two just want to spend the night playing with the little Yetis.
Yeah. Arthur, you joining in? You're gonna be up.
No, I think Arthur is like wary enough about just turned into matchsticks. I think Arthur's going to find a little corner, maybe on the other side of camp, and I'm going to just try cracking a few pages of the book that I haven't been able to decipher yet and try to see if anything will become clearer to me.
Is that the one from the Bone Keeper?
No, this is the book that Arthur brought with him to the camp.
This is his Bible.
Okay.
This is
okay.
Arthur's special book.
I just didn't know if it was
I don't wanna know
information
what's
I needed
inside
to
of it.
provide you with or not.
No. That's
No,
up to the Lord.
Arthur's reading the manual for the iPhone 12.
That kind of eldritch knowledge would fry the rest of our minds.
I'm over here shouting about pictures of Spider-Man.
You're the fucking Spider-Man.
So,
I knew a
So we-
Spider Woman once.
Celine, you said you're gonna, keep engaging, playing with, them all night. Drew, you
Yes.
said you were gonna give up your rest, but are you playing or what is
Oh,
your
I'm playing.
Okay.
I'm playing. Daruk's got there's children here. Never mind that they're animals, they're still children. You gotta keep the children entertained. And they're happy
I have
children.
none in mind. He is dumpling.
I communicate to the one that Celine is playing with that she has named it after meat wrapped in grain.
Does
You
it
just
like
start
it?
Yeti dumpling. Let's find out if it likes it. There's got to be some sort of dice to roll for this.
Animal handling.
Just roll a charisma check. Or I guess an
Roll a
intelligence.
wisdom to see if it finds it offensive or.
You did just call it food.
Yeah, so a 13, I think, it's over 10, so that's enough for it to realize that, like, it's an affectionate sort of term.
He's my dumpling.
Big scary Celine is a squishy teddy bear in the face of a Yeti tyke.
I look at the other one, and I shall call you George. Hello, George.
You're not wearing enough yellow for that.
It tips its head at you curiously.
It has a
All
hat.
right.
Its head, I said.
Oh, I thought you
Says-
said it's hat. It's just wearing a bright yellow hat.
Says nuclear. Wrong, George. Fuck.
George
Yeah, so-
is one who works the land.
It just kind of like tips its head at you curiously a little bit. And goes back to playing.
I am going to try to convince them to dig for play.
To dig?
Yes, to dig into the ground. Just like dig a
They're
little.
not
I'm going to try to
dwarves.
convince
The
them to
children
dig a
yearn
little
for
hole.
Minecraft, he says.
I'm going to teach them to dig a hole, and then I'm going to show them to plant a seed, and I'm going to teach George about farming.
The Yeti tykes yearn for the mines.
I'm just gonna do whatever the hell Dumpling wants to do.
Yeah, it seems like they're really just interested in like the wrestling, the rough house, that kind of stuff. But if you start to dig with George, George is curious enough that he will dig with you.
Guys,
It's
guys, look at George. He's so curious.
It's gonna be a lot of dangerous missions scouted by that curiosity. Cannot
Oh,
wait.
yes.
If we can have these as pets, I will gladly have Dumpling. I will train him to be
But
the
yes.
ultimate warrior.
We will see you soon, Destiny. Hopefully.
Yes. Join us.
There's not gonna be any Yetis left, but whatever.
No, there's probably still like 5 more, right? Right? Right, Huli? You're going to give us all the Yeti.
Is this like a direwolf situation?
Nah.
I need a
We are not
I
the
need us to
Starks.
have we already have a party size 6. I need us to have a party size 12.
No. Not gonna happen.
Can we at least do like 7 or 8?
So you play all night, the children, as it kind of like sun starts to come up, they start to yawn and get a little tired. And they kind of start to like break away and head out towards the way that they came.
I will watch the children from a distance as they walk back to their cave. I think Daruk is smart enough not to follow like young Yetis back to their home at the end of the night, no matter how much either player want to.
Yeah, so they take off out of the trees that you're in and across the sort of mountainous terrain ahead, and the distance.
I'll give them some of my rations too.
Sure. Right about when they get out of your standard eyesight, as the sun's not fully up, it's still kind of what is it? Dawn break, still. So it's still kind of in like
Cresting the
state of
horizon.
twilight. And just about when they get out of eye range, just right before you can't really see them, you see a hulking shadow loom in front of them, and you hear a sort of I wouldn't say a roar, but a sort of like a bellowing cry when they make it back, but not one of anger or frustration, more like a cured sadness, a relief, a release of worry, like the sounds of relief as the children make their way back to their Yeti mother.
So I'm gonna look down at Loki.
While I'm asleep in my tent?
Ain't standing over him.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were asleep. I guess I'll look at Arthur, who's the next sanest person awake.
Yeah. No.
So, I know what I know the
want one.
choice I want to make, but I do not know if it is the right choice for us as wardens to make.
We can't just kill everything we come across, Daruk. We can't do that.
Well, no, that's the choice I want to make is to let them all live. But
Oh,
a Yeti is a man eater, and I worry
there has to be.
trying to be raised otherwise. But mother,
Our purview is more demons, isn't it?
fair. Yeah, our job's demons. Daruk's, you say that Daruk is like, great. That's the excuse I need to take my conscience.
Dilemma solved. It's over.
Okay.
Yeah. This is Daruk trying to do a good job as like protector of the realm, and then he's like, nope, I have an excuse not to.
Yeah.
I sent you a picture of what the mother looked like. In the
We can
whole-
see her. We can see
Well, I
her.
didn't see the token. I just meant like the whole picture, right?
You can see her belly now.
And
Oh,
how
okay.
tall is she?
I was like, I hope you know the reason we were terrified.
Shh. How tall are they?
Tall enough.
I don't know. It's a hulking
I want to say
monstrosity.
Yeti's 14 to 16 feet tall. In D&D.
That's about double you.
They're like frost giant sized almost.
They're big.
I mean, they're large, yeah.
Imagine having one of those as a pet.
I mean, we know where a bunch of them are. I'll mark this location on my mini map right now.
Again,
Celine-
what the hell is a minimap?
Yeah, we'll mark this for fast travel in case we want to come back later.
Yeah, I have
Hey,
a
you just
small
kind of
map.
buy a map from the store and put it down so that way, like when you
I have a map.
a mat, you know,
Oh,
like
a
a
mat.
fall
Oh, a map.
mat.
There you go.
Yeah.
Who is that? What
Celine,
is that map do?
go ahead and roll me a perception check. I will say you can have advantage on this because you played with Dumpling all night.
So, the 18.
Okay. You notice the sunlight glint off of something sticking to the outside of your cloak.
Okay. I'm just going to reach out and take it.
Yeah, and you pull out. It's like kind of like look like it was meant to be stuck in a pocket, but it's just a necklace with a little golden whistle on it. And the little golden whistle, like the head of it looks like the head of a Yeti. And you realize Dumpling gave you a gift that if you're ever out here again and you want to see them, you can blow the whistle and they'll come and play with you.
You see like a look of like pure like happiness on her face for the first time ever. And then she just turns to like whoever's right next to her, just like, you mark this fucking place on this map or I will break you in half.
Oh, now you want the mini map. Now you like the mini map. All right.
I never said I
unfold it
didn't
again.
like it. I just didn't understand it.
It's a smaller map that I keep in my mini pocket. Hold on.
But Celine, the issue is when you don't understand things, you react in anger, which makes us think you don't like them.
I don't like them.
Well, now that we're all on the same page.
I never questioned I never said if I liked it or I didn't. I just said I didn't understand it.
Arthur isn't much of an artist due to lack of tendons and probably fine motor skills. So he's thinking of how to mark the map, and he's thinking Yeti's snow. So he just tries to draw a snowball, but there's just a circle around the area that we're in.
Yeah, you have a map that you travel with. You could mark, you know, about how long you've traveled. You know, it's been a full day and then some extra length of time. So you know you're about a half a day's ride from.
Actually, what am I saying? Arthur marks his map by dropping pins, by taking out little safety pins and just piercing the map. So I'll drop a pin. Hold on.
There you go. Just pull them out of this random pin cushion you keep in your bag.
Mhm.
All right,
Love
perfect.
Are we talking
Yeah.
about modern day
One of the
Pins?
ones that has like the pearl ball on the ending, so it's like white and shiny.
Yeah, like a sewing thingy. Yeah.
Yeah, so you do. You mark the pin on your map for where you stayed, and it's morning time. It's about the sun's coming up. It's probably about time to kit out your horses and get back on the road if you want to get back to where you're headed in a decent amount of time.
Then let's do it.
Yeah, I think
Let's-
I think to save time watering the horses, I'll just gather up some of the snow and melt it over the fire, so you don't have to find any rivers or anything. And then, I've got the horse feed all stacked up in their saddlebags and in my bag. So, feed our horses, hit the road.
Yeah,
Since
it's easy. It's like a normal morning routine for you when you're traveling. It's no big deal.
I think we do catch Daruk like watching that cave to make sure that nothing walks out of it.
I'm gonna walk near it with my food bag and just toss it in, and then leave.
If you're heading the way like towards the cave, it's kind of a little out of the way where you need to go, but you will have to do some climbing to get up to it if you want to.
Sure, I'll do that. I can climb good.
Yeah,
I just
so
don't think I'm going to fail this.
it's about a 40-ish foot climb. So
That's
let's say
literally my entire
three athletics checks, DC raised by 2 on each of them, starting at 10, so 10, 12, 14.
Okay.
I'll cast guidance on you. You don't have to use that until you're. Well, we can both cast guidance on you because then you'll have it twice.
Well, that's animal handling,
So,
goofball. You
you
need
can-
athletic.
Fuck yeah, I know, I just realized that. Still at 23. I'm clicking the wrong skills.
There you go.
Yeah,
I
so you
can't
pass
remember
all
what
three
it was.
and you climb, and you hear the noises of gentle breathing, and then one that sounds like a little heavier, more like snoring coming from inside, and you just toss in your bag of rations.
I'm gonna walk up a bit, but I'm not armed or anything. I'm making sure that they see if they wake up that I'm visibly not armed. I'm just holding the bag out. I want to see if they wake up or not. If not, I'm just gonna drop it.
Yeah, they don't wake up. They played hard all night. They're kids. They're knocked out, sound asleep.
Does the big one wake up?
The bigger one, and you notice like at the cave mouth hangs like strings that if you were to walk through it would clatter together. They have different pieces of like rock and bone and stick stuck through them to kind of make noise. So if you stay just outside of it, you can see the big one open one eye and see you and sense the scent of the tyke being on you from playing all night. Lets them know that you're not dangerous, and they just kind of give you a nod and close their eye and go back to sleep.
And I'm just gonna chuck the bag towards them and then leave. Obviously not aiming to hit them, just on the floor. I don't want to accidentally piss this thing off. I made a friend.
Yeah, it doesn't get mad at you. It just, like I said, it kind of did a nod and a little snort at you, and you rolled well enough. I'll say you climb back down with ease to where your friends are, so you can continue your day's ride out to where you're headed.
I'm brilliant at parkour.
Yeah, you're brilliant at parkour, you say. Well, you rolled pretty well, so I'll give it to you. And so you get down, you get back all on your horses, and you head back towards Drakenheim. And you get there. It's evening time, about the same time it was when you bedded down for camp the night before when you get there. So it's late. You can either go in and rest for the night, or you can grab your supplies, change out horses, and head off right away. What do you want to do?
I feel like this is probably somewhat urgent since Daruk wants to get to his kids. So I feel like we're just dropping off, getting fresh horses. Also, I did just see that Splinters comment in the chat, and the pins are definitely Splinters. That is much better.
Hey, whatever you want for your own flavor, that's what you did. That's what you put in the map, whatever marking it is. So yeah, you get back. The stable hand takes your horses, and you tell them, we want to swap out so we can head out on our next mission. And they get them to tell you it's going to be a few, so head off and do whatever you need. And the quartermaster isn't in their like office or whatever. They're already went to, bed for the night, but there's like a clipboard where you sign out supplies after hours or whatever. So you can just fill it out with whatever you need. And there's a box in there. Like kind of quartermaster kind of handles the mail too. And you have like your group's mailbox. And Loki, when you go in to the quartermaster, because you like to organize and keep list of supplies, you notice in the mailbox there's a package, and you open the package, and inside the package is your guys' pay for the job from the wardens. So you've got 100 gold, and then there's some slips to get new gear from the quartermaster, and there's also one that says specifically for you, Loki, for a better weapon, and you're able to get a +1 heavy crossbow.
Very nice.
We
So wait,
take those.
so is that 100 gold each or split?
Split.
And there's what? There's six
of
of
us?
5 of us?
There's 6, I think.
So
Not math.
let's see.
I mean,
Well, go 120, so that way it's an even split.
yeah,
Cool.
maybe it was 100 before we brought Scrimmy on.
Yeah, and the little like requisition tickets for gear and stuff is for Scrimmy to be able to get things if they need, plus your resupplies and so on. But your Loki, the note for your crossbow, there's a note at the bottom that says for keeping a level head under pressure.
Curious.
Hmm.
I
Guess
feel like they
the-
only gave him that because he had his drug trip.
I don't think I had a level head during the drug trip. I can more than admit that. But
No, you definitely didn't.
but cool.
I know
Everyone
they
take
were
your
feeling so.
20 gold. Do we get Scrimmy all certified with like the state and whatnot with being
Yeah.
a permitted magic?
Yeah, all of the stuff for Scrimmy is in there. All the paperwork and everything.
Uniform.
You can assume that the other wardens had came back and communicated and such, and that's why it's all there. So all of the paperwork, the legal mage stuff through the wardens, what a fish. Scrimmy got an outfit, but there's an extra set of clothing, like the vouchers for clothing and such for Scrimmy as well.
All right.
All of
I
your
want some
standard
armor, but it's
requisitions.
so expensive.
Excellent. Is there anything anyone needs to do before we leave? Also, Loki, where did you grab that crossbow from? That looks really nice. You sure you can have that?
The ticket was for me in our untitled group mailbox because I don't think we have a group name.
You went in there by yourself. You came out with such a nice piece. I was just want to. All right.
No, I was in there with him. The note says, "What's that all about, Loki?"
I'm not particularly sure. I genuinely couldn't play. I think I'm level-headed most of the time, so I don't know what particular point of pressure our report would indicate that I was exceptionally level-headed. I mean, maybe dealing with the Bone Trader, I would suppose, rather than
Not
letting us
killing
go
him.
off the end and killing him.
Well, you're definitely.
That was me. That was me. I did that.
You were towing us across the line, and I had to pull you back from said line. While I do appreciate and understand your feelings, and in the moment I could agree with it as well, but hopefully what we did will save more lives and prevent more havoc than simply taking him out in the moment.
Well, you definitely helped us keep level heads back there. I just wonder how the wardens know about it.
Did we not
I
give them
didn't
a
mention
report?
anything
Probably
about it
using
in my-
magic to spy.
I didn't mention anything in my report.
I
About you
strictly
having a
talked about the
particularly level head.
crimes.
Who the Bone Trader may have given information to try and get off on the fact that we may have been a little rough around the edges.
True. Could be.
Actually,
either way.
Probably not the
can we
best.
find out if he's here?
You could try to find out, yeah. You could go to where like the holding cells are and ask the
I don't know if we should visit Arkham right now. I don't think we're attached enough from the mission
No,
yet.
I think we need to go visit Arkham just so that we know Arkham's there. So when it's full of all of our enemies and they break out, we're not surprised.
Yeah, exactly.
Who are we kidding? The Bone Trader's probably halfway through a demon blood trip right now. They're probably about to induct him.
Jesus,
I mean,
yeah.
it wouldn't
Oh,
surprise
Lord.
me, but
That's
On that, Daruk's heading to the holding cells.
and while you do that, I'm picking up some armor.
yeah, whatever
I
you need
just-
that's standard like common gear, non-magical.
Yeah.
And then your requisition tickets all have like an extra healing potion if you need, like if you're out or whatever, you know, you pick up a healing potion a piece.
Well, you said any common non-magical item?
Like
The-
armor that fits you, you know, things that you need.
That includes plate mail?
Half plate.
Okay.
Well, plate's like 1,500 gold, but you could get half plate.
I've already.
Yeah,
I've
so,
got
like,
half. That's why I was like, let me
750.
push the envelope.
You could buy half plate or you could buy full plate at a discount. You just couldn't get your requisition ticket to get it for free.
Okay. I will find out how much full plate would be at least.
Potion of
I've got
healing is
Full plate,
straight
I
up.
believe, is like
Well, it's 1,500 normal and you get a
It's
discount
1,000.
from your quartermaster.
gold.
I could maybe swing that.
So
depending on how
it'd
much
be
it is.
750.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I
Well,
was
that's half.
completely wrong. No, not the discount. I checked how much gold I have. I was way off.
Wait,
Oh,
Okay, I
what
have
a-
seven
Oh,
potions.
Grimshaw, you
You're
look so
welcome.
lovely in your new uniform.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
And like the
Close
wind.
that in. She's already
Immediately
broke.
I'm sober now and I remember some things, so that's great.
You were awfully silent
gang.
the entire time I was taming my Yeti.
Taming.
I was
Hey, it gave me a whistle. I'll take it.
I was just real tired, you know.
Happens.
He was having withdrawals from not drinking for the past 8 minutes.
I felt that. I haven't had a drink this entire fucking time.
Yeah, so you want
Oh,
to.
yeah, gang, we're officially 1/10 of the way to a suit of plate mail.
Well, maybe you'll find some along the way or something. Who knows?
No, 100%.
But you're all back. You've got whatever gear you needed, like reasonably priced. Obviously, like, things like full plate are more expensive. You can get them at a discount, but like your basics, if you need a new regular sword or another dagger because you lost yours throwing it at things, you know, along those lines, you know.
Mhm.
Would
Would we be able to spend gold on a couple of healing potions?
You did get the free ones.
Oh yeah. How many?
You got
of those
one
were?
apiece.
One apiece. Okay, I missed
Yeah.
that. My bad.
Yeah, you got one apiece for free, but you can spend the gold to get them. They're normally 50, but you get them half off at your quartermaster, so they're only 25 a piece if you wanted to buy extra.
Okay.
Scrimmy's trying
I'll buy one extra.
Okay.
win.
Scrimmy's froze up. What did you say?
Oh, he's trying to buy some dentures since he lost all his teeth biting those Favelin.
Oh, Scrimmy wants dentures, you say. I don't even know how much dentures would cost, so let's
Well,
figure it
it'd be like a half denture, you know. He only lost
what are bones going for on the bone market?
like 4 teeth.
Exactly. We have a prisoner. Let's go ask him.
Are bones up or down?
Exactly. We have a prisoner. Let's go ask him.
Are bones up or down?
Yeah,
right now?
We had an extra dose of the bone juice. Can we give it to Scrimmy to regrow his teeth?
Wait, that's actually perfect. Just give me
I
one.
mean, you could.
Microdosing.
Yeah,
It
we
might
have,
be
given,
more than
we have
just-
given Scrimmy the bone juice for his teeth.
We gave him like a tiny little sip of it,
Yeah.
a spoonful, and it grew all of his
We-
teeth.
What we did was we just rubbed it into the gums, which is really weird when half of the face is transparent and you can see your finger moving along an invisible gum line.
It's so
Yeah, that's why they
dry,
had me
but
do it,
also
'cause
so
I don't
slimy.
care.
Hey, Loki, give me some sort of anthropology check, like a history.
History, maybe?
Yeah, like
Sure.
Biology check.
history. While you're working on growing Scrimmy's teeth,
21.
21, and is that with your proficiency added to it?
Yes.
Okay. So you kind of remember, like, as you're talking with Scrimmy and like trying to figure out the best way to apply this Skelegrow to Scrimmy's gums to grow some teeth back. And you remember when you were in a museum somewhere one time coming across a manuscript that had some like different artifacts in there. And you remember there being a set of like magical dentures that really sparked your attention. And they were some sort of ancient artifact.
Where did I see those?
See what?
Are we gonna go on a quest for some magic dentures?
Scrimmy,
No.
Scrimmy, spit it up,
You're
spit
gonna
all the
get-
spit in your mouth out so I can rub this in.
You're gonna get too many bones.
You're gonna have too many teeth after this, Scrimmy. You're gonna not know what to do with all of them.
You're not gonna.
Scrimmy,
You're not
spit
gonna
or I'll
make any
slap you
friends
on the
at
back
Grey
so
Ward.
You're
hard.
gonna look like a
have
shark
to.
with all those teeth, Scrimmy.
Well, you just kind of remember it and you kind of make like a mental note to see if you could find any information about it maybe later on. But just something about the conversation of teeth sparked something in the histories of your mind that you've seen along the way. And you think maybe it interests you and you might want to look it up again sometime.
I'm
I
sure I could
reach out
find
and
some notes
pinch
about it.
Scrimmy's nose shut so that he has to open his mouth to breathe.
He's dead. I don't think
Give him over to dump the juice out.
I don't
I like
think
your-
has
you
that was
no
it.
actually-
problem
That's
opening his mouth.
Freeze frame.
All right, Scrimmy. Oh, look, your teeth are back. I think you have maybe 2 more than you started with when you met us.
I'm picturing like Scrimmy has like partially translucent, like the bones are like a little like yellowed and fucked up, but just a full set of perfect, huge, cartoony teeth.
Like he's got Chip Skylark's teeth.
Exactly, Chip Skylark. Exactly. Yeah.
Like the little chattery teeth with the
Yes,
feet on them.
exactly.
I knew it was Fairly Odd Parents, and I just could not land on who it was.
Scrimmy accepts the chattery teeth.
So you regrow some teeth, and after that, you head over to Azkaban, where they keep all the prisoners.
Thought we were calling this Arkham.
Yeah,
Hey,
this
it
is
was
Arkham.
one of those
Was it
prisons.
with prisons in fiction being named after the letter A?
I know what I'm saying. It's one of these A
Arkham,
prisons.
Azkaban, Alcatraz.
Well, that actually, well, Alcatraz is real for one.
Well, I know,
It's not
but like,
fiction.
it fit the theme.
Just making sure.
I've never
but no,
seen it.
Arkham and Azkaban. Azkaban's just inspired by Arkham. Like it's named that way because of Arkham Asylum. And Arkham Asylum is named that way because of Lovecraftian mysteries.
And that's Batman, though.
Welcome to your daily dose of info dump. I've been your GM Chipper. Oh wait, not today.
So,
yes,
yeah,
we
it-
had to Arkham.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get over there, and there's like the night guard.
I didn't know
Here to see a
Ben's still
prisoner?
here.
Which prisoner?
Fibcrook, Bone Trader.
The weird,
Oh,
the
he
most
kinda
off-putting one.
looks down the log. Oh, you can't.
Is he dead?
Can't?
Oh no, he's with the Warden Council, providing them information about the underground bone trading network that we didn't know existed.
Oh, good to hear. Wonderful. We were planning on questioning him further regarding that ourselves anyways, so.
Yeah, he's going to make a great warden someday.
Fucking gross.
I get right in this kid's face.
I just stand there with my arms crossed.
Both of you to
scowling
assume
at
it's a kid.
I don't give a
Intimidation
fuck.
check.
I'm just
The 10-year-old
pissed.
kid standing guard.
I am intimidating this night guard.
He looks,
Getting out of this
he's like a big, burly, older man. Looks like Commander Mormont from The Wall.
Oh, good, good. We have things in common.
Adam Sandler's been working out. Adam Sandler? No, Ben Stiller, I should say. Fucking 90s in.
I think you'll find the wardens have better prospects, even among criminals.
Oh, we sure do, but who better to lead us into busting the bone ring than somebody with inside information?
Someone
Anyways,
you can trust to
that's the
actually activate
commander's,
the phone ring.
I hate that, but he's right. He's right.
that's
I
the
don't
commander's
believe it.
business, not mine.
Well, gross.
The commander
All right.
is not the guy who I poured my heart out to before, right? That was the captain, or was that a commander?
Yeah, no, this is like the head of everything.
Yeah.
It's
It was
corporate.
It was Captain Jim Bob who I spoke to before.
Yeah. He's like the one that leads and manages the recruits and such.
Yeah, I want to go file a complaint with Captain Jim Bob quick. I do not think this recruit is suitable for Grey Warden candidacy.
D&D
Oh,
speak for, I want to speak to HR, please.
Yes.
I don't think. I'd love to meet the person who runs the
Or
warden
actually, you know
HR.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to go file a request that I can be the lead warden on his.
I was just gonna say. Daruk, do we really want to waste time with paperwork? Why don't we just make sure we're on the same undercover mission that the Bone Trader goes on? Maybe something happens. I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably not, because we're not like that. But let's just leave it for now.
Yeah. That sounds good. I will stop by Captain Jim Bob's to let him know we're heading down to Lysec.
Yeah, and you go to pop in and you realize he's probably in the council meeting.
I leave a
And
note.
you can leave a note or whatever, you know.
Yeah, I'll leave a note.
Loki, is it you that filed the mission report?
Probably.
Yeah, I figured.
No, I filed the mission report. Thank you very much. I spoke to Captain Blackwall personally, or Warden, not Blackwall.
No. The paperwork. When you
we
come
have
back.
paperwork?
I mentioned it before.
Anyone I trust, it'd be Loki.
That's where the level-headed commendation came from for Loki.
Actually remembering to put details on the report.
Actually remembering to make a paper report.
No, just writing.
I think there's a paper report was both in and out of character.
I feel like I mentioned it before, but we haven't brought it up since. So then I was like,
I feel like you probably did too. And I feel like I probably wrote it off as Fiora's in charge of this mission, not my problem.
probably.
It's been about 10 sessions since we actually were here.
Well,
Yeah.
that's how we'll start next session with the report.
All right.
Well, that means you have to spend time writing it up.
Oh, I keep a journal of each of our sessions.
Yeah, so you just file up, like a mission report, and they use them to they put them in the books, like a log, so that way, if they ever come across creatures or things that you experienced and you had some insight on how to fight them or whatever, that they can reference it, training materials and such when they are teaching new wardens things. And so
I think, I, with your permission, I want to cross Loki's path as he's walking out of filing the paperwork. What are you doing in the storage room?
Well, someone had to do the report.
There was a report.
Oh, hey, Celine. Yeah, Loki says there's something about a report. We told the warden who came to pick up the villagers and everything. Why do we have to put a report in?
There's a paper report. They use it for historical documentation to track threats, track information. Maybe someone will need to know about the Yetis we found, or that we interacted with the Bone Trader in the way we did, or that we ended up in the Fae.
Wait, hang on, wait, what?
Wait, I'm sorry.
You put down the Yetis?
You put down the... No, you put down the Fae in the report?
You do realize we're committed to this organization.
Some of us made very ill-advised decisions in that.
Wait, there's paperwork? Nobody told me about this when they jumped me in.
Scrimshaw, you're brand new. We'll make you do paperwork next time if you really want to. I have everything handled for you. And I hand Scrimshaw their documentation about being a legal spellcaster and all that fun stuff.
Oh, I think we need to give this to whoever's the lead on our next mission. So, by the way, we need to pick who the lead is on this next mission.
Wasn't it already decided to be you?
Well, I wanted it to be democratic and not just say it out myself.
This is respectfully your business. If anyone should be leading.
Sounds good.
Of course, Scrimshaw, you don't have to come along if you don't want to. You're more than welcome to hang out here, get initiated by more people, drink if you really want to, or you can come hang out and party with us by riding on horseback for another 3 days.
Now, Loki, I will say, I do think, since I think Scrimshaw is technically a member of our group now.
I suppose that's fair. We did kind of do the recruiting and the initiating and the bringing back.
Yeah.
But also,
I left a note for Captain Jim Bob. Maybe he'll call, like get in touch somehow and let me know if I'm wrong.
Did we want to submit a proper group name now that we've completed a mission together?
Oh, hey guys, what's going on? There was paperwork. All right, now I'm all caught up. Group
Like at the mention of a team name, I just turn and leave.
Daruk's gonna try to grab you and stop you.
Sure, go ahead. Try it.
Cool. Beat an 11 on an athletics check. I dare you.
I won't even be able to see what the fuck I'm rolling.
Now,
It's just waiting for it to roll. It's just like
How about a 20?
All right. Celine, come on. We could use your input. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck with a name you don't like. You're going to be stuck with a name you don't like.
I'm not going to like any of the names.
Then maybe give some suggestions.
what about Celine's expensive lower back? Because you've got the gemstone in there, huh?
It's at the top
Celine,
of my back.
upper back.
Celine's vote of omission is a worthwhile and valuable use of their choice as a team member to not have any input.
You know
Agreed.
what? I'll go with whatever the small doll says. I'm going to go
Celine's
find
expensive
Dave. I
upper
need a
back
punching
has
bag.
2 votes and counting. Now,
Loki,
out of character, are we gonna?
I don't know. I don't have an idea right now. Loki, I don't have an idea right now.
I don't know if it's been done yet.
Agree with me. I need you to agree with me that it can't be Celine's expensive lower back.
Oh, absolutely not. No, we need to encompass everyone. I think the comedy of our group with and loving to entice ourselves about how much we're criminals would be a good inclusion. Maybe criminal enterprise or organization as an irony.
You're putting all of us under a lot of umbrellas right now that I don't know apply to more than a few, or maybe even just one.
Arthur,
of us. I don't
Arthur,
know.
you're literally also a criminal.
Hold on one second. Hold on. Destiny, I can see you talking to us, but your sound is not coming through. So I don't know if you're muted or what's up, buddy, but I could see you talking, but I can't hear you.
My internet's just going a little wonky right now, so
We can hear
I'm
you
probably
now.
a few seconds behind.
Okay.
Yeah,
We gotta start
You don't have to
Language.
decide on a name right now. You could find the
Yeah.
appropriate
We will talk
forms
about this in
and
batch.
paperwork to fill out and take with you.
It's almost like we've had 12 sessions to think of a name. We still haven't.
It's the stack of papers with the purple hue to it, Loki, whenever you go into the paperwork room.
I'm familiar. I've already made myself quite familiar with all the documents and whatnot.
Yeah, I figured as much.
As is what I do.
But I want to ask Loki, how are the is it good reference material in the reports?
It's mixed. There are definitely reports made by elder members and veterans who have come to realize the value of the system. And there are also reports by recruits, by teams that went MIA or only had one person come back that are more horror story, or we arrived at location, we completed our mission, and didn't include details. But if there's anything that's been troubling the organization for a while, we can definitely find something about it. Everything else will be a toss-up.
You think while we're here and waiting for horses to be ready, we could look into Scrimshaw and I's mutual problem?
I don't see why not.
All right.
Let's take a look.
Oh, you can't get it up either?
I was talking about the. No, I have no issue in that department, I guarantee. But
That's personal information. We're calling humanoid resources.
excuse me, I am not humanoid. I am ogrish.
I will also be calling the teacher for the Sunday school to help also appease Arthur while we figure this out.
The teacher for Sunday school.
It's Arthur. It's
you.
It's you.
Oh fuck! Oh,
All right, troublemakers.
That's
So,
a good name.
yeah, troublemakers is a great name. Some information on Archfey and or how to negate or break a bond with it, or what's the gig? What are you kind of looking for information wise, so I can know what to write up?
I'm mostly just looking to see if there's been interaction between Warden and Weaver before.
Okay. So
Can
that
I
I
join
can.
on this research session as well?
Yeah, is that all? Is that the same thing that you all want to find? Is just any information?
What interaction? Yeah, just any interaction that mentions the Weaver, or I guess a being by this description I would give of the Weaver.
Okay. All right. So I'll get that ready for you and I'll send it to you either before next session or you'll have it for next session for when you actually take off. So
Cool.
that way I can prepare the information. But your horses didn't take too long to get ready, only about 20-ish minutes or so. So you were able to do requisitions, touch in that time, and then you could swing by the library on your way out and grab a book or whatever and take it with you. So I think that's where we'll call it for this evening.
All right.
And to be setting off
ready
on
to head back out of Drakenheim.
you'll be
Shoot,
setting off
nice.
on a whole new mission. So it won't be Monday next week. Monday next week will be what is it, Chip, that you're doing Monday next week?
Monday next week is the week you're not there, correct?
Yes.
We will be doing Arcanist Thorpe, session 2, gang.
Yeah, so you'll be playing
yes.
more of those side stories next week. And then
Yeah,
the following week,
we'll be playing another episode of Delving Beyond. We'll see our players return to their little lovely wizards and bards and arcanists living in a hidden village.
yeah, so the next 2 weeks, we've got some folks traveling, myself included. So we're going to be doing some off stories on the next 2 Mondays. So come hang out for those. I will remind everybody that Trevor Project is up and running. If I could spell it right, the link will be in the chat. We have our first Trevor Project game in June. It's on the 22nd, and then we have one the following week run by Chip for the donors. So you're able to do donations from now till then. The donations help. They can either help or hinder the party. Plus, it's all going towards a good cause. we will be doing raffles. We have several items up for raffle, some gift cards, some digital content, some physical items as well. So there's all kinds of good stuff going on there. Aside from that, we'll catch everybody hopefully Thursday for Gilded Destinies. And then if not, see you back next Monday.
Bye.
See you next time.
Yeah, I'm going to run a raid. So I'm trying to push those buttons and then we'll call it a night. And I'll push the button to shut us down after that. What are you doing with your hair? All right, we're going to run over to Folk and Myth and we'll see everybody back next week.
All right.